Hi, thanks for tuning in to my monthly real estate update for April 2013 here in the Denver metro area. My name is Sean Reilly and I work with Cherry Creek Properties, and I'm a real estate agent in the metro Denver area. I provide this update on a monthly basis just to kind of give us an idea of what's going on in the real estate market here in the metro area. Following these five counties, Adams, Arapahoe, Denver, Douglas, and Jefferson, and I like to take the data from 2012 on a monthly basis and then also on a yearly basis to get an idea of where we're heading with the market. And what I like to focus on in these talks is the data that is, well, it's got the most backing. So I look year to date here. Right now, April 2013, so we've got about 4 solid months of data that we can kind of get an idea of where we're trending so far this year. So let's get it started. Before that, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to leave a comment below or give me a call. My number 303-520-8700, or feel free to visit my website, mydenverrealestatesearch.com. All right, well, the first thing I want to discuss is pricing, kind of get an idea of what we're looking at this year versus 2012. And so far, it's very solid. 4 of the 5 counties are up double digits at this point. Adams, you can see, up 14.3. Arapahoe up 14.7, Denver's up 18.4, Jefferson is just a touch over 10%, and then Douglas at 7.2%. But if you look at it, Douglas starting here 338 to 362, still pretty healthy, and your numbers, if you're higher, it's just going to be a smaller percentage gain. So it's still very healthy in regards to pricing here in the metro area. And we definitely hit bottom here. Probably my best guess would be in 2011, and have steadily climbed 2012 and to where we're at here in 2013. So it's healthy. Numbers are continuing to go up, but hopefully they'll maintain a solid pace. We don't need any of these up 35, up 40% in a year, just because I don't think that that's sustainable. I've talked about that in the past. So hopefully we'll see prices continue to rise, but at a modest pace versus at an aggressive pace. The next thing I want to touch on here are sold listings here in the 5 different counties, and we're seeing a nice continuation here as we continue to outpace what has happened in 2012 by double-digit gains here. Just using Adams County here as an example, 1,703 homes had sold year-to-date 2012 versus 2,035 homes. Up 20% here, to up 23% in Arapahoe, up 16% in Denver, Douglas County at up 31.2%, and Jefferson's also way up at up over 25%. So even with the weakest county reporting in at 16%, that's still it's still healthy, and definitely shows that we are recovering real estate wise here in the metro Denver area. So we've got prices up. We also have a number of home sales up. So one would logically assume that things are selling quicker and not taking as long, and that is the case here. We're down fairly big across the board in terms of days on the market. So when a house is put on the market to the day that it goes under contract, not till it sells, those are our days on the market. So down almost 35% here in Adams, basically taking 3 months and making it 2 months. And it kind of holds true for the most part throughout the 5 counties, maybe a little bit more. As you can see, Douglas and Jefferson last year at this time were taking 104 days to sell your house, and now they're at 68 and 69 days. So just a touch over the 2-month frame, but they're also coming down from a bit further, and then pretty much 3 months to 2 months. At this point, I think it's pretty safe to say that you've taken a month off of the amount of time it takes to sell your home. But we're still not back in the late 90s, early 2000s, when all these numbers were in the 30s and low 40s. But just based on the way that we're trending, who knows? I don't know if we're going to get quite that type of market here, but certainly looks good. The last thing here that I want to touch on is inventory. So the new listings that are coming onto the market. This is part and parcel of what is, in my mind, driven our real estate market that kind of really started picking up heat back in the early stages of 2012. The inventory from 2008 in that ballpark going into 2012 was down roughly 50-60%, depending on which county that you lived in. So you've got just a whole lot less supply out there, and you can see in most counties, save for Denver, the supply has at least increased a little bit. But mind you, these numbers, and I'm looking at Adams County right now, 2,500 for 2012 and 2008, we would probably had 5,000, 6,000 new listings on in the first 4 months, whereas we're slowly creeping up. But this is just a trend throughout the these 5 counties. We still don't have the inventory that we have had in the past. So that's kind of point one of it, and you can see Arapahoe County's up 6%. So that's not a huge amount, especially with the way the market's going. You would think people, if they're looking to sell, are going to want to jump in, especially when there's not a whole lot of competition per se in the market. It just helps you get a full ask price or pretty darn close to it. Denver, amazingly enough, is down 2.5%. Douglas is up 5%, and Jefferson is up 3%. So right now, still not a bad time to look at putting your house on the market. There's not, there's definitely competition out there, obviously, but it's just not as much as it could be. The other thing to remember, so getting back to that point one, inventory is way down. Point two that I have on this, the reason that the market's kind of where it's at, it's just interest rates are at at or near historic lows, and they've been hovering in the 3.5, 3.75 rate for 30-year fixed loans for the last gosh, it feels like it's been close to a year. It may be longer. I don't have the exact date in front of me. So that's certainly helping. And then the other thing that I think is really fueling the market is the fact that apartment rentals or house rentals are on absolute fire right now. And what happens when that happens is those rates slowly creep up. So if you're paying $1,500 to $2,000 a month in rental, and you get jacked up to $1,700 to $2,200, all of a sudden there's a tipping point, I believe, with renters where, hey, it's just not worth paying this much anymore. Why don't we own our own house so that we can do what we'd like to do with that property? So I think that has fueled it. I think it will continue for a while, because right now apartments just don't show any signs of letting up. They're probably all close to 90 to 100% occupancy, and I'm talking some of the larger buildings. I know a lot of the smaller buildings running 98 to 100%, and you just put a sign in the yard and you can rent it out. So I think with the continuation of upward rental rates, people are going to be more apt to be looking at buying here, throughout the year and well into 2014. But just my thoughts and what I see in the market. Anyway, like I had said before, feel free to comment either on the YouTube bottom of the blog post, or feel free to give me a call, 303-527-8700. Again, my name's Sean Reilly with Cherry Creek Properties. I've been selling real estate here in the Metro Denver area for the last 18 years, and I've got a real good handle on the market. Also, if you were just looking to see what's out there, feel free to stop by my website down here at the bottom, mydenverrealestatesearch.com. Sign up, search, find some houses, and give me a call. Be happy to show them to you. Thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it.